Yay. What day is it?
It is
Monday.
#TFR Motivation Monday.
It's time for our team call. We're so thankful for every single one of you that joined in with us live tonight, whether it's on Facebook or here with us on Zoom. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you. But keep in mind, if you're not able to handle hopping on live with us, we have you covered. Just make sure that you go and subscribe after the call to our Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel and Freedom Reigns on SoundCloud. And then you can take us with you and
Wherever
get notified every time we upload some new content. So we've got some great stuff for you. Let's go ahead and get started going in here. First of all, this is a reminder. This week will be the second notification that will be going out to all of your distributors that are part of your team that have not placed an order in the past 12 months. This notification is going to be letting them know that they can either place an order to maintain their distributorship or become a customer profile with LifeVantage, or they will be archived. So we want to make sure that you guys are aware that this data cleanup project is going on, and it's all to make us more compliant, have more factual information that we can present to people, and make our numbers just be 100% represented by people that are actually growing this business. The reason why we want you to know this is because you being the person that is active, you just might want to give those people a call. And you want to be able to say, hey, this is what's going on. We know that you saw this opportunity previously, but oh my gosh, you should know what's going on now.
Yes.
This is a really big deal, and give them the opportunity to plug back in. There's a lot of stories going around out there about people that have been unplugged, that now that they know the new products, they know the management, they know what's going on inside of LifeVantage, they want to get re-engaged. So don't forget to make the efforts and make those phone calls. Anything you want to add on that?
Yeah, I want to go into a little bit deeper detail into why this data cleanup project is underway in the first place. And the Federal Trade Commission is really cracking down on network marketing because it has, unfortunately, a checkered past of inflated income claims and Lamborghinis and mansions and bikinis and all these things that people have touted for decades. They're really starting to clean that up because there's been some people that have been hurt by that, and there's been some companies that have been shut down by that. So the attempt here is to remain as compliant and be as compliant as we possibly can be, meaning to be a distributor, you must have action. So people that got involved in the business and haven't even ordered any products for the last 12 months, and when I say get involved in the business, they enrolled as distributors, and they haven't placed an order in 12 months, they will have an opportunity to rectify that and become, or to save their distributor status, because distributors that aren't doing anything skew the numbers. And we want to make sure we are reporting as accurately as possible. And as a publicly traded company, it's even more important for us to be as transparent and accurate as possible. And that's the entire focus of this data cleanup project. Not to penalize anybody, but to make sure that we as a company are accurately representing the actions and behaviors of distributors.
Yes.
And when a distributor isn't even ordering or consuming their own product, that is not a good behavior. And as a result, they will just eventually be phased out, and that's okay. If that's what they want, that's fine. Their actions have demonstrated that, but we have the opportunity to just check in. And like Marcy said, there's no better time to do it than right now. And as one of the topics we're going to talk about, the very way of having to do that. But there's a little bit greater detail of why this data cleanup project is undergoing, or is underway in the first place.
And by the way, a fringe benefit, every single one of you are leaders, right? Because if you have distributors in your organization, you're a leader. And so you are managing that group every single month, right? And making sure that they've all got their orders placed and that they're hitting the requirements to get paid. Well, this is just going to make it a cleaner picture for you too. As you're going through that process at the end of the month and throughout the month, it is going to just kind of take it out and just streamline your view of your team as well. So I'm excited about it. So I hope you guys are excited about this too. This is a positive thing.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Hey, and by the way, guys, we hope that you all had a phenomenal Thanksgiving day. We spent it here at our house with our son, daughter-in-law, and a friend. So just a small group of us this year, but we spent some time also just, counting our blessings. And we want you to know that every single one of you made that list. So we are so thankful for every single one of you being part of our experience here at LifeVantage, but being part of our lives. So thank you.
You're actually part of our legacy. We can't do this without you.
Yeah, for sure. And so we want to make sure that you guys are taking advantage and are completely aware of the specials that our company has gone so above and better than they've ever done before in the promotions that they've given us for Black Friday and Cyber Week. And so we've still got several days of promotions.
Seriously.
I hope that you're taking advantage of these, promoting them out to your team, to your customers, and to all of your prospects. As you can see here, we still have, today is the physique day. Tomorrow we've got True Science Beauty and Hair Care. The next day is Axio. And then after that, True Science Hair Care. And then just a total amount purchase will get you a free messenger bag on the 6th of December. So pay attention to this. We'll be talking a little bit more about it, but if you haven't done it yet, text LFVN to 484848 for all of the updates. They give you a nightly update and then an update when it's gone live each day.
Yes. Thank you, Jesse Allen and your team, for the amazing things you're sharing during this. It's very, very apparent how awesome this new department of our company, this marketing department that is putting out all these visuals, this content, the shareables, the evergreen content, unbelievable, top-notch effort.
So good, seriously. And on top of that, look at this. LifeVantage is saying Merry Christmas in a really big way to every single person that either purchases or has on their subscription order, whether they're a new customer, new distributor, or a current customer and distributor, the Tri-Synergizer. Anyone that purchases a Tri-Synergizer this month will receive a free bag of Grapefruit Axio. So think about this. It's $125.99 for the Tri-Synergizer pack, right? Well, think about it. Axio is how much?
$50.99.
Yeah, $50.99. So you're getting $50.99 in value for free for purchasing $125.99. That's an amazing, amazing savings, guys. So just keep in mind, though, that if you are currently part of the Ultimate Stack promo, you do not want to change your subscription. You can do a spot order and still get the free Grapefruit Axio, but do not change your subscription order from the Ultimate Stack promo, because you don't want to lose out on receiving the free Axio in January. That is a caffeinated one in January too, by the way. So you don't want to miss out on that, right?
Right.
No. And by the way, isn't this beautiful? That's, again, thanks to Jesse and his team. So as many of you, and we hope you all are aware,
got the news.
That unfortunately Rachel Jackson was not able to join us tonight because of a family emergency. So she's rescheduled for next week. So please
December
put it on
9th.
your calendar. Yeah, put it on your calendar. Same time, same bat channel. It'll be the same Zoom link as well. You know, things happen, and she's amazing and so full of grace. She wanted to make sure that she could get rescheduled. She offered to
apologize to all of you.
Yeah, she offered to do the call from the phone or on the phone while she was driving on the road. But of course, none of us wanted to put her in any danger at all. So next week, Monday, December 9th, Rachel Jackson,
live
Master Pro 10, will be here to share her story, you know, whether or not you're going to break down or break through, as well as what we should be doing now to build our business. So Don D came up with this topic, and I just love it because we're here. We're in December. This is the last month of 2019, and truly your December 2019 activity is the greatest predictor. And I know Don D's got a lot of facts and figures he's going to share with you about how what you do now is going to predict what happens in 2020. So why don't you move into that while I let this dog out? She's ringing the bells to go out.
Yeah, we have a potty trained golden doodle that rings the bells in the back door because we don't have a doggy door, because we don't want to have a doggy door where dogs go out and bring dirt in the house. But anyway, so let's talk about December. December of any year is going to either do one of two things. You're either going to ride that tryptophan downer mood that you have carrying out of Thanksgiving and just ride it until December, or until January 2nd, and then maybe get out of bed, rub the sleep out of your eyes, and get to work. Or you can understand that what you do in December, and the more crazy you get in December, and the more motivated you get, and the more action you put into building your business, will not just determine your January. it will set the pace for the entire year.
Mm-hmm.
And we happen to be in a very unique situation right now. We are closing a decade.
Wow.
And opening a new decade. So think about it this way. What you do in December of 2019 will set the pace and predict what you do in the next decade ahead. And there are some awesome things I want to share with you guys, because 2020 is not only is it when somebody talks about perfect vision, 2020 is that benchmark. If you've ever been to a eye doctor, the Snellen eye chart, perfect vision is 2020. Well, my question to you is, what is your 2020 calendar vision look like? And is it 2020? Or is it something like 2000? Or are you going to have to wear trifocals to figure out what you're going to do in the next decade? Just giving you some visuals and some things to think about. So literally what you do this month, and we're only in the second day, we've got 30 days left counting today, on to predict what your 2020 business is going to look like. And if you're going to get everything you want by starting now, if you haven't started already, or are you just going to go and be in the current with no rudder and no sail and just go and wherever you go and see what happens? My hope is that you figure out what you want to do, and hopefully the information we're going to share with you tonight will make that more clear and give you permission to do just that, because what you do now is going to set the pace for the next decade in your business.
And you know what, when you were just saying that, I just had that recollection. What is the name of the book where if you're just off the slight degree, something, basically, if you are not clearly focused going into this next year, and don't know exactly where you want to be and have mapped out your game plan for it, just slight deviations off on a daily basis, maybe making,
are you talking about the
turn your ship around, or I can't remember the name of the book.
I know Andy Andrews' book, Small Things.
Yeah, he does that too, definitely. But it's all about the compound effect, right?
Yes.
And so having that clear vision and knowing exactly where you want to be, but also knowing what you need to be doing on a daily basis to get yourself there. And then if you're going to make compromises, and you compromise not doing those things every single day as you count down that 365. How many days?
365. Unless it's a leap year.
Right? I'm like, oh my gosh, how many days are in the year? But if you compromise, day, and then you do it, and then you compromise a couple days and you do it, you're going to be so far off course by the end of the first quarter, that you're going to have to do some massive. So it's so important to start
and let's
off.
just make a quick example of that. It's better to put in 10 minutes a day for 6 straight days than it is to put in 1 hour on 1 day a week. Because it's what you do daily, your daily consistent action. If it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, whatever you have, will set the predictability and the course that you're going. It's daily action compounded over time is going to yield you phenomenal results.
Sorry, I just have to giggle at myself sometimes.
What?
Just the days. How many days are in the year? Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get into this this call here for you, because we want to really set up what your focus should be in December. And it doesn't, obviously it's not in any specific order other than the obvious, the very first one there.
Right.
And we've already kind of talked about this one, guys. The obvious is utilizing what has been placed in your lap. Our company has gone above and beyond in setting up this structure for the promotions starting out the month. And I'm pretty sure they'll have more promotions throughout the month as well. So utilize those Cyber Week promotions, utilize the promotions as they come up, and the shareables. So those shareables that the company sets up are completely compliant. You can they even set up, if you are part of the official LifeVantage distributor page, when they put those shareables out there, they even give you some great verbiage that you could use to send to your prospects, send to your current customers via social media, text, how about in emails, just letting them know what's coming or what is happening right now. By the way, did you know that if you went in to the website, into your shopping, there's actually multiple promos open right now. So if you didn't get that mask, the applicators are gone, but you can still get the mask, and you could compound it with hand cream, and you could compound it with Pet Tandem, and you could compound it with
Beauty and Curb.
Beauty and Curb I think is sold out, but the Physique protein powder, and only pay the one shipping charge this time. So you can actually go in now and get all those things still.
Get it.
So go shop, guys. Save on your shop, but promote that to your current customers. Promote that to your prospects. Take advantage of the obvious, right? By using the Facebook posts, the videos, by doing live videos, doing watch parties of live videos that have already been done, that are sharing the information on these promotions, and really get your December off to a steady and solid start by increasing your volume.
Right.
I love it. And by the way, what gets you more excited? Watching your volume grow or having it stay stagnant?
Or wishing it would grow.
Right. I'm thinking growth is exciting, right?
It is very exciting.
So exciting. All right. Anything you want to add on that one before we slide on down to the
just
next?
do it. It all comes, and there's no rocket science here. We don't have a magic hat where I'm going to put my hand in and pull out some secret formula you've never heard of before. It all comes down to the decision. Are you willing to do what it takes?
Yes.
Are you willing to put in, and maybe you'd be thinking, well, I don't have any time. Do you have 5 minutes a day? Take the phone into the bathroom with you when you're sitting on the throne and do something there. You're probably scrolling on the internet anyway. I mean, it's just a matter of, you can either make ways of doing things or you can make excuses of why nothing changes. It's completely up to you. And I don't want to beat that horse, but it literally comes down to this. If you want it, you'll figure out a way to do it. And we're going to give you some ideas, but it's completely up to you.
Yep, absolutely. And you go into personal growth, I'm going to go
So
find my dog.
personal growth, let's start first by setting goals. So take an inventory. This is the perfect time for you to do it. Think about this, the end of this decade, because here's something I know to be true. If you don't make major changes or even minor changes, the next decade is probably going to be less beneficial, less productive, and less financially secure for you than the last decade was, because the entire world of business is changing globally. 40% of the workforce is going to go to part-time globally. So you may now have a full-time income and a full-time job, but you may lose it next year. You may lose it in 2 years. So here's the thing, set your goals. What do you want? And if you want better than you have now, you've got to change trajectory. You've got to change your course. Set those goals. What rank do you want to be? What monthly income do you want to be bringing into your home? And remember, this is the mind shift that you need to understand, because you still may be comparing success in this business model to success that you've already experienced or that you may be experiencing now in your traditional business. You do not have leverage in your traditional business. You create leverage here. 5 minutes a day, every day, over time, will bring people in, who bring people in, who bring people in, which creates layers and layers and layers of leverage, which you cannot create in a traditional job. So figure out, what rank do you want to be? Or look at the income disclosure statement and say, what monthly income do I want to make? Look and find out what rank that is. Then we can reverse engineer it and figure out how many people you need to have on your team, give or take a few hundred or thousand, or depending upon how big the rank is. But guaranteed, we'll figure out what will it take for you and your team to do every single day to achieve that rank, which if you went to your boss and said, hey boss, I want $5,000 more monthly income in the next 5 years, your boss will not sit down with you and say, okay, let's figure out what you got to do to make that happen. They'll laugh you out of the room. You have the ability to set your own course, make your own, write your own paycheck in this kind of a business. You just have to decide to do it. And there's no better time, because I've got 7 points, the 7 biggest trends in the next decade of business that I want to share with you. And we have some pretty exciting things, because our company business, culture, cause, products, and approach overlaps it or overlays it perfectly.
Yes.
So set your goals.
Yeah.
Income, rank, what you want to do, how, figure it out. Just what is it, identify it, and let's get to work.
Yeah. And how many people you want to help too, right? How many people you want, that you personally enrolled, you want to help rank advance, whether it is people that are currently in your business or people that you're going to be enrolling in the first quarter of 2020. So set those goals.
And think about it this way. Marcy came up with this. It's almost perfect. Every single dollar, if you look at that income disclosure statement and figure out what it is per month, Every single dollar. So it's $10,000 a month. You're helping 10,000 people a day have a higher caliber of life. It almost equates perfectly to whatever that monthly income is per dollar. It's that many individual people that are being blessed every day as a result of that person's organization. So think about it in terms of people you want to help.
So I want to be completely transparent here. I'm a professional network marketer, so I just ripped off and repeated that from someone else. I just took ownership of it. So it's just a matter of taking ownership of those things and
that's
making them become your own, right? So guys, now keep in mind too that December is also a very busy month. And so you have to make sure that you're in control of your calendar and that you're prioritizing the things that are going to help you move into 2020 to be successful. That means you've got to calendar and prioritize trainings. What are you going to plug into that's going to help keep you on track in your business, in your activities, in your skill sets, and in your mindset, right? So how about what Super Saturday trainings are you going to be plugging into in person or virtually? Or maybe it's a Super Sunday, but what are you going to be plugging into? Make sure that you get it in your calendar and commit to it and attend. What type of training could you host and invite your distributors that are part of your team, maybe even cross-line people, to come and participate in with you? And maybe create a culture event to where you can invite prospects to it. Like Don D and I, we had some personal reasons why we couldn't make it to the Eric Worre event, the GoPro Mastery or Recruiting Mastery in Las Vegas next week. And so we decided that we would do the live stream event here in our home. And we invited those that are a part of Team Freedom Reigns here locally in Maricopa County to come and join us, whether it's for one session or for all 3 days. We invited them. And then we added on top of it, let's make this fun. Let's make it a potluck. Let's do these types of activities that build us together as people in our relationships, but also help to promote our personal growth, our business focus, and moving us into 2020 in a better focused way. So stay plugged in by calendaring those trainings.
Absolutely. And create a local team support with your prospects, your cross-line, and your team members.
Yeah. Hey, and by the way, the Eric Worre event is only $97 for a live stream. You know, you get 5 people together, you can divide that up paying $20 each, or if you have 10 people come, $10 at the door and bring a dish to share, right? It's very feasible and it's amazing training. And it's a great opportunity to get together with your team.
And you have unlimited access for 2 weeks after the event with that $97 purchase of live streaming.
Yep. Love it. All right.
Books. Here's the thing. The challenge is be a better student. Be the best student you could be. Read a book. Any book on personal growth, business growth, the mindset of a winner, whatever it is where you may think you have some work to be done or some growth to be had, find a book and read it or get it on audiobook. Get it through Audible or iBooks or whatever, or do what Marcy and I do, get both. And read the book at about 1.25 to 1.5 audible speed because it's a little slower. I listen much faster than we can listen, and do it at the same. So whatever your reading pace is, find the speed that is the same and read it to yourself and listen at the exact same time. Because when you're visually getting it and you're audibly getting it and you're not hearing your own voice, you're hearing someone else's, it's a much more powerful way of absorbing the content. But do it. Just find a book or 2 or 3 or whatever it is. Go out and better yourself through studying to be a better level of success, a better leader, a better winner, a better enroller, a better recruiter, whatever it is. Wherever you think you need help, find a book on that, and I guarantee you there's a ton of them out there.
Yeah, and that's actually a really good pro tip, by the way, listening and reading at the same time. There's less likely possibility of you becoming distracted and not remembering what you read. So utilizing your time wisely, read and listen at the same time.
Yes.
Oh, what happened?
Go back.
There it is. What happened, Grandpa?
That's our all right, emotional deposits. This is something that the value of this lesson is so important. And I want to thank personally Cynthia Greenawalt for really teaching us the impact of making deposits. Because if you intend to have withdrawals, or not have withdrawals, make withdrawals. Here's something you should do. Have withdrawals from your previous lack of success.
Yes.
Okay. just do away with it. But here's the thing, making deposits. You have to make deposits into your bank account before you can make withdrawals. And the more deposits you make, the bigger withdrawals and more frequent withdrawals you can make. And the same applies with human interactions, human relationships. So go out and make deposits. Serve and give with no attachments. There's no agenda. It's not like I give and then you get back. There should never be that feeling of any attachment other than you're just giving to give, because it's the season to give. Even if you're not a giver by nature, and this is awkward for you, it should be easy to get into the spirit in the holiday season. So go out, serve, and give.
Yeah, I love that. And you can serve as a team as well.
So powerful.
Because a lot of the times there's barriers in our growing together. And if we can just focus on something other than what we're trying to do here as a team, and that's on other people and giving without any expectation, working together to build this relationship while we're serving others is really powerful. So you can contact local charities. How about your city commerce? The city government, the Chamber of Commerce, the city government. Ask them, where can we serve? Whether it's a park cleanup, whether it's community needs like homeless drives. You know, in most places, you're going to find homeless people, and it's wintertime, it's cold. Blankets, you can even get together and each person purchase a blanket and go out and find somewhere to be able to give someone a blanket so that they can be warm during the holidays. But doing it together is going to promote the relationship building within your team as well.
Yeah, I just saw a thing at Walmart, $2.50 for either a polar fleece or a flannel blanket. Wow. Imagine $25 can keep 10 people warm. Even here in Phoenix, it's getting down into the 30s and 40s at night. We need to go get, and people that live outside need help.
Yeah, definitely. Even in Arizona. So invite people to attend holiday parties with you. You know, not expecting anything from them other than going and having a good time and maybe introducing them to someone that could possibly help uplift them and give to them. It's not about you in this, right? This is all about what you can do for somebody else. And the next one, drop by with a personalized card or gift rooted in holiday cheer. So we mentioned this on a call a couple weeks ago. What we do and what we like to, and we do use our hand cream for this, but we don't give a website so they can order more. We don't do anything like that. It's just a really high value gift that we love to share. And so we will have these white paper sacks, you know, just like the little lunch bags, right? And we'll put in it one of our hand creams, and then we'll cut up into, into just quarters or eighths or whatever, an orange, a lemon, or a lime, whichever you have. Put it into a Ziploc bag, and then take another one that you put these in. It's the whole cloves and a couple cinnamon sticks with instructions on how to add water, keep it covered, and simmer for the best fresh potpourri for the holidays.
It's so amazing.
That's what we love to do. We will be doing it to at least 10 homes around us right here. Mm-hmm. We also do it we attend a marriage class, and so there's about 15 couples we'll be giving it to there. So we like to be able to, Albina's on here. Albina, you forget what you're going to get for a Christmas gift. Okay, forget that. But do things like that, guys. Give special gifts that are just about the holidays and about creating relationships. This is all about those emotional deposits we're talking about, making friends and fostering relationships. That's what it's all about. And then I want you to talk about this, beat out your competition, because you know these ideas are so good, and it's what this call's all about, right?
Yeah, and on those white bags, we go down to the dollar store and get dollar store stickers, Christmas stickers. Yeah. And Marcy doesn't like confetti. She's already made that well known on one of our previous calls. But we use glitter and just cool Christmas stuff, because the more cool and decorated it is, and the more festive and holiday festive it is, the greater the impact on the person who receives it. So now let's talk about beating out your competition. This is super key, guys, and something that all of you go through this, because I know you do. And I know if I feel something, I'm sure I'm not the only one. So there's people on your database that it would be awkward, or you feel awkward or estranged by them because it's been so long since you talked to them, or so long since you reached out to them. How about the holiday hello and forgiveness? Reach out. It's the perfect season. Just reach out and say, hey, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I know it's been a long time, but it's a great icebreaker that everybody's feeling right now. So it's going to be a perfect way to start up the conversation and say, hey, look, hey, can we meet in the new year and sit down for a coffee and tea date? I'll buy. and then just book it in the calendar. So here's the thing that most people don't. Book appointments in January right now, because if it's in their calendar, when they flip to it on January 2nd and they see that they're already booked, they're not going to book over it, but they're going to start looking at their time and placing value on their time. But if you're already in their book, your time is as valuable as theirs. So key pro tip, start booking coffee and tea catch-up meetings with people that you haven't reached out to in a long time. The holiday hello and the forgiveness, you're basically asking for forgiveness, not, have to say that, but just reach out to them in a perfect opportune time and say, hey, can we catch up in the new year in the first couple weeks of January? I'll buy you coffee or tea. Let's make it a date or whatever. Figure out your own wording, but do that and book your January calendar solid in this month, because that's what the greatest success is going to yield, versus the people that wait until January, start fresh with nobody. You'll already have a book calendar by the time your competition is starting. Great
you'll
way to
be
do
attending appointments when they're booking appointments.
Right.
That's huge. That's huge.
Absolutely huge.
Love it. Well, why don't you go ahead and share your 7.
So I want to, this is something, the 7, and I've been looking through lots and lots from Forbes to Entrepreneur to Inc. magazine. I looked most recently at the Intuit 2020 report, which Intuit, if you're not familiar, they do TurboTax, they do Quicken Loans. They know more about business and how it's made and money and how it's made than probably any other single entity in the world. And they're from their 2020 report and all these things that compiled the 7 biggest trends that are coming in 2020. Number 1, remote work. It's going to be the new norm. People working from home and in part-time side gigs, which I'm going to talk about that here, number 4. But remote work is the new norm. Capitalize on that. If they're going to work from home anyway, give them the opportunity to build their legacy, because even though they're working from home, they may still be building someone else's business and someone else's dream. Let them take hold of their own dream. And because here's one of the worst things you can do in your own home: create negative energy. When you are doing a job, because 85% of people polled hate their job. If you just happen to be doing it in your home, think about the negative energy that just got brought into your home by something you hate to do, but have no way out. How about something that you start fresh, building a side business while you're currently working from home anyway, and creating that maybe 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. Eventually it'll work up to 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, but you're building leveraged income until what you're doing there can take over and buy your way out of this and bring positive energy back in the home. So number 1, remote work. Number 2, localization, being local. People want to buy local, support local. What's the word I'm trying to look for? Patronize local businesses.
Local. Leave your dollars in the community.
Here's something that you can do. Get your team that is in your area, wherever it is. If there are some crossline people in your area, band together. Start working together, because people want to work and support and literally expand locally. That's the number 2 trend. Support your community, crossline relationships, prospects, get involved. And so when you're out there doing those charitable things, do it as a representation of LifeVantage or your own individual business that you're all a part of, so that there is focused attention that these people are doing this work on behalf of this, whatever it is. So figure it out yourself. Number 3 biggest trend in 2020 and beyond: women entrepreneurs. Women are entering into the workforce like never before. And in a business like this, it is dominated. And I'm going to say that again, dominated by women. Women are much, much better at interpersonal relationships and creating culture and just loving on people than guys are. It's a little more awkward for guys. So capitalize on that fact. Wherever it is, look for women entrepreneur, women in business, women side hustles. Do your search through Facebook, through Instagram, through whatever, through Google, and capitalize into those local relationships with women business entrepreneurs in your area. Number 4, this freelancing or gig economy. It is exploding, and it is predicted to be, just by the first quarter of next year, to be 40% plus of the global workforce. 40%. Wow. are working side hustles and side gigs in this gig economy. Capitalize on the knowing of that. Give people options, because they can have 2 or 3 jobs that they hate, or one they hate and one that is buying their way out of everything that they have to endure every day. Give them options. Because number 5, social media marketing. People are using social media to get in relationships and develop relationships and nurture relationships like never before. Everybody is getting online. It is not going away. But you can still build businesses, or you can still build networks, find things that you have in common. Facebook groups are wonderful for this. Do Google searches and find Facebook pages that are in relation to the Google searches that you're doing, like women in business, men in business, families in business, whatever it is. Because number 5, social media marketing.
One thing I want to say about that too is you can actually focus looking for groups that are local to you where you live as well.
Yeah.
Because then that way you can set up actual in-person coffee dates with people that you might connect with in the groups.
Yeah. Through the search parameters and
build
groups.
your business locally first, guys. It's so much easier.
And here's something: if you are not familiar or comfortable, or it's completely foreign to you, do not let that reality be your excuse. Learn it. Because if you got a new job and the boss at your new job said, these are your job duties, and you didn't know any of them, you're not going to say, well, I've never done that before. They're going to say, well, then you can't work here. Do the same for yourself that you would do for someone else. If you don't know a certain thing, you don't know a skill, make it your goal to learn it, because you're learning your own skills. The more skills you develop, the more marketable you become to yourself and your own team. So do not let, I'm not on Facebook. I don't have internet, or I'm intimidated by social media. Do not let those hold you back in 2020. Do not let those excuses hold you back. Grow, rise to the occasion, and be the best student you can be on those. Because the things that you think are holding you back now, when you study, can be your greatest asset. And there's a overabundance of information out there. Just make it a point to grow. Number 6, and this is where this is perfect for us. Number 6 trend of 2020 and beyond is health and wellness spending is soaring. People are tired of the side effects of drugs. People are tired of going to their doctors to find out how to have less symptoms. People are tired of being medicated. They want wellness. Health and wellness spending is going to quadruple in the next decade to over 30% of gross domestic product. That is a trend, but it is a rising trend. It is an emerging trend. It is in a trend we are so far ahead of the competition, it should make your head spin, because scientific validation and proof and a proven system goes a long way for something that nobody's ever heard of, because there's proven success. We've been doing this for 10 years, guys. We are not a startup. We are not. We are leading this industry, and we are dominating. Number 6, again, health and wellness spending is soaring globally, because the whole doctor prescription side effect has worn out its welcome and people want more. And then number 7, this one is probably so suited for us, I can't even tell you. Company culture and causes are more important to employees than the money they make.
Yes.
They will sacrifice money to know that what they're doing is making a difference. They will take less pay for something that is meaningful, because remember, 85% of people polled not dislike their job, hate their job. And mostly because what they put in is not equal to what they're getting out, not even close. But people will sacrifice pay to get involved in a culture or a cause that is making a difference. And that is something we thrive in at LifeVantage, from our LifeVantage legacy and all the charitable things we've been involved in. But health and wellness spending is soaring. Our products are literally getting people better. They're helping their DNA function at an optimal level, not supplementing something they're deficient in. We're literally talking about tuning up their DNA. We are head and shoulders above the competition, and it's what the world wants if given a choice. How do I know that? Because more and more people every day are going to 23andme.com and Ancestry.com to see what their DNA is telling them. But they're looking past. What did the people that I descended from, what are they dying from? What have they been, what diseases have they been subjected to or been inflicted by? They're not looking at it as a way to prevent it, or some of them are. Most of them are looking to figure out what is in store for them, and it's usually not good news. So let's capitalize on the fact we know where they're looking. We know health and wellness spending is soaring. We know people want culture and cause driven. We know people want to know how to get better. They just didn't know that literally up-tuning their DNA to a wellness perspective, not to avoid disease, but to promote and experience wellness, that was even an option. We have that. So all of the major trends, from being local to remote work, to freelancing, to women in entrepreneurship, to social media marketing and networking and connecting, to health and wellness spending and company culture and causes, you may as well just summarize that and put number 8, all of the above equals LifeVantage.
Yes.
That's the key, guys, is that we are looking at that. And it is not, none of those things are going backwards. That is for the next decade. So you can determine now in the last month of this decade how much you want to capitalize on what I just shared with you, what Marcy and I just shared with you, on what the next decade is going to look like for you. Because if you don't do anything, and when you're looking at December 2029, it's going to look a lot like this, except worse.
And you're going to be older.
Yeah, 10 years older.
And that's going to be a bummer.
That's going to be a real bummer.
You didn't do anything different.
Or you can be 20 on the inside like us, and like most of the people watching this, and the opportunity you're going to give people to just upregulate their DNA. Are you freaking kidding me? Proven scientifically, not just anecdotally, but proven. Unbelievable stuff is happening with this company, and you guys are in the perfect seat. Do you realize how valuable the seat you're sitting in right now is to the future of what the world wants? They just don't know where to get it. So stand up for your legacy and rewrite your story of your family, and literally rewrite your bloodline, because you can change. You may be the first one to say, nope, I'm not going to have that disease. Nope, I'm not going to be poverty stricken. Nope, I'm not going to be at the mercy of someone else's business and dream. I'm going to go build my own. You could be the first in your family and create an entire legacy of people that follow you. You just have to decide that 2020 is going to be different than December 2019, and it all starts right
now. And it starts by inviting to this amazing opportunity, which tomorrow night is the live opportunity overview that we do every single Tuesday night for you guys. Without fail, there is someone presenting the opportunity on Tuesday nights at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So please make sure that you are plugging your prospects into it. You're plugging into it to learn and grow, and get inviting. All the details will be out on all the different Facebook pages, but just take note of when you see what the Zoom link is, it's the same every single week. So save it. You don't have to wait to see the post or to get the email. Just save that link and share it and get people on it. The more people you get in front of the opportunity, the more we'll decide to join you.
Absolutely. It's a numbers game.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on this episode of
TFR Motivation Monday. And remember, next week, December 9th, new Master Pro 10, Rachel Jackson is going to blow your ever-loving minds.
I almost feel like I needed to go, Rachel Jackson. She's going to be bringing the goods. All right, guys.
Let's get ready to rumble, guy.
Yes, I love it. Well, we love you guys. Thank you, and have a blessed night.
God bless, guys.